Hey everybody, welcome to Leon's Chainsaw Parts and Repair. I'm going to do a video that I thought I had done once before, but if I did, I didn't name it anything smart. And that is just a video to talk about this chainsaw vise, or tool, mounting tool, whatever you want to say. Yeah, I should have gotten a sample saw out before I hit go on that video. That would be an example of poor planning. There we go. So I'll get my test mule here for demonstration. We're going to start at the top and just kind of work our way down. So you can see the way it's designed right here with holes and a slot. That's designed so if you got your bar adjuster in there, the bar adjuster fits inside one of the holes. And you just tighten your bar nuts down and boom, you got a surface to work on. Now you want to adjust your bar adjuster on something like this, or I do, so that it will clear the clutch. Real simple. So that's how it mounts. For pivot and all the angles, you've got these adjustment points right here that are just a 3/4 inch. Nylon washers in between here. And then on the very back, the way it's designed, the actual head of the bolt is ground out a little bit, and there's this self-tapping, or a threaded, it's a socket head screw that's threaded in here to prevent that from turning, so you don't have to put a wrench on both sides. So that's all it is. I mean, this is angle aluminum. Looks like it started out as a 3x4 chunk of angle aluminum, and the edges are rounded off. So that's all it is. I didn't build it. There's only two in existence that I am aware of. I have one. These are custom built by my buddy Mac out in Minnesota. And yeah, so I know Homelight had a similar tool. I'm sure the other manufacturers did. Good luck finding them. And out there, long since trashed for the most part. That yeah, I get a lot of questions on this, and I didn't build it. I'm not going to reproduce it. This was a gift that Max sent over my way that I'm very, very grateful for. So that's this unit. The rest of this is just some hillbilly bullcrap that I did. So I've got my my chain grinder right here. I wanted it on a stand going up. Got it at the height I wanted, so that, you know, I can sit here on my shop stool and grind. I can stand there and grind, no problem. And I reused a chunk of diamond plate that was part of an old Barden bumper on my old 65 Chevy. And so that was just, hey, cool, I get to reuse this and keep it in my shop. So this pivot arm, again, is just some angle that I had laying around, and the so-called pivot point right here are two steel inserts from the old cab mounts on that 65 Chevy. When I put some polyurethane mounts in there, I saved these old steel sleeves. I didn't know what the hell I was going to do with them, but when I needed an easy pivot point, that made it, because I don't even have a nut on that. I just, well, what the hell I do? I may have bent this bowl over time with saws on it, because this is supposed to just drop right through. But yeah, that was the idea. I'm sure I could tap that out. The idea is I could get it the hell out of the way. But, you know, again, just when I'm not using it, I swing it out of the way over there when I need it on a saw. And again, I can reposition, because there's a nylon washer under here as well. So I can reposition this. You know, you got all points of adjustment. So yeah, I get email about, probably every 3 or 4 weeks asking about this. So that's the story. It's not something you can go buy. This was just something, it's not a one-off, it's a two-off. Unless Mac has made a couple more, but he wasn't looking to sell them. This was just for, you know, for a few guys to use, you know. Like I say, he made one for himself, and, you know, this was about the time I think I restored his XL500 that this showed up, and yeah, I was very, very grateful for it. So if you want to make your own, it's real simple. Some 3x4 angle aluminum, that's 1/4 inch thick. I I say that, I ought to put a tape on it just to make sure that I'm not delirious at the end of a long day. And I am. That's 3/8. So 3/8 inch thick. Angle aluminum 3x4. If you got any kind of milling tools, milling these, you know, the holes here and the slot, the bar bolts out, that wouldn't be any trouble at all. And the rest of this is just drilling. And I'm sure a place like Granger or McMaster Car would have those nylon washers, and the rest of it's hardware. I mean, super simple. So I think most folks would forego this kind of crap and just bolt this right to the bench, or put a plate on the bottom of it, maybe, you know, a round plate, so you could set it in place, something that wouldn't tip. I don't know. You know, you find a spot on your bench that you're happy with, bolt it down, and call it good. So anyway, that's it. That is the chainsaw vise, as it's sometimes referred to, mount, whatever you want to call it. That's what it is, and that's how it came to be.